trying not to go off the deep end. I don't think you wanna give me.
When I first saw this thumbnail, and I'm a visual guy, and so images mean a lot to me, I interpret their meaning. Why choose this image? I was taken aback, because this doesn't fit with the Young Turks narrative at all. Because, take a look at what we're seeing. We see a black woman, I mean, she looks white, but she's a mulatto, and that is a mugshot. And I thought, why are you featuring a black criminal? Are we about to condemn black crime, or just a black criminal? I mean, that's weird. I doubt that they're going to do that, but I looked at the title and it says, Mom Arrested for Leaving Kids to Go to Work. Well, you can't leave your children to fend for themselves. That is child endangerment and abandonment. There are laws against that because kids get into trouble and they could hurt themselves or they could be violated. They need protection. Seems like a basic thing. But then I realized, oh shit, they're not going to condemn this woman. In fact, they're going to praise this woman for going to work to feed her kids. Now, this is shit you're supposed to do. But they're going to give this mother a complete pass for endangering the lives of her children because she's black. Now, let's just address her blackness. This is a woman whose parents are specifically the following: white mother, black father. Black father is completely absent in her life. That's why she's the way she is. Okay? Her life is following a very predictable pattern. It is a monumental train wreck, and her kids are about to continue the same cycle, and their lives will be monumental train wrecks, and we will be seeing those kids coming to a mugshot near you. This is a cycle and a legacy of failure, whereas white people such as myself are standing on the shoulders of successful white giants, following a legacy of success. This is the opposite. But let's see how the Young Turks go about giving a pass to the heinous crime of child endangerment.
The United States has this trend of criminalizing poverty.
No, we criminalize crime, and poverty doesn't mean anything in the context of crimes are crimes. So if you rape someone and you're poor, you rape someone. We don't care that you're poor. If you endanger your children and you're poor, we don't give a shit. Stop endangering children. Here's an advanced thought: stop having children. And we'll get to that later.
And Shayna Bell, an Ohio mother, is certainly no exception.
Cancel the rent? What? Is this just random communist propaganda that they're just chucking in there? Smart. Yeah, let's cancel rent. That seems to make sense.
She was arrested and is facing charges of child endangerment for allegedly leaving her young kids in a motel room while she, while she went out to party? No.
Well, it doesn't matter where she went out to. You cannot leave your kids in a motel room for just hours on end. This is psychotic. This is not acceptable. There are laws against this for a reason. Do you not care about the kids? I mean, her kids are 10 and 2 years old. Oh, don't worry, the 10-year-old's taking care of the 2-year-old. This is not kosher. Sorry.
Her young kids in a motel room while she, while she went out to party? No. While she went to do anything criminal? No.
Anna, she is doing something criminal. Her leaving the kids is criminal. So, did she go partying? Did she do anything criminal? Yes, she did.
Well, she went to work at her job at Little Caesars.
Hey, you fucking dumb bitch. Why do you think she's in jail? Why do you think she has a criminal record if she wasn't doing something criminal? How about using your brain and thinking, I want to go to work, I have a job, but I also have 2 kids. What should I do? Maybe I should find an arrangement so that my kids are taken care of. That is your primary responsibility. All right? You're a shit mother to the point where the state should intervene and take your kids from you. But Anna's like, all she wanted to do was work. She's a great mom.
To provide for a family.
Oh, okay. So you're allowed to endanger your kids so long as you're out earning money. Oh, well, I didn't know that was the rule. I guess you got to read the fine print of child endangerment.
A single mother with 2 young children.
Oh, single mom. Oh, she's single. Really? Oh, what happened to the marriage? Oh, the marriage. Silly Devin. Yeah, this is the crux of the situation, which they're just going to leap over. Just prance over it like, tra-la-la, not a big thing. Yeah, she's a single mom. There is no father. This is a shit family unit. The kid should never have been born.
Does not have the means to afford childcare.
Says who? She has the means to afford a motel. She can buy pink hair dye. So why don't you chill out on the hair care and start caring for your kids?
Has no choice but to go to work.
No, of course she has a choice. There are programs, there are ways. You do not, does she have a family? Does she have friends? Does she have anyone? You cannot leave your kids under the protection of nobody. That is Lord of the Flies.
And she's being criminalized for it.
Yeah, Anna, we criminalize criminals, and she's a criminal.
So she's from Liberty Township, Ohio. The police say that they found her young girls ages 10 and 2 at this hotel after they received a tip at the station. The older sister told the police that their mother was expected to return in a few hours. And after police found Belle, she was, working at this...
What? You didn't read the next part. After police found Belle, what was that?
After police found Belle, she was, working...
Anna, she's 24. Let's time out. It's time for a math timeout. All right, we got a mulatto who's doing a shit job of raising her kid, and she's 24 years old, and she has a 10-year-old. Hold on. 24 minus 10. That's 14. 9 months pregnant. 13. That is 13 years old. She shat out a kid. Well, you got to give her credit. She then waited 8 years before shitting out the next one. And there's no dad, and I'm sure there are different fathers involved here who sired these bastards. Incredible. Way to go. Fucking disaster.
At this local pizza shop, she reportedly told them that her children are checked on hourly when she's at work.
Not good enough. You're going to jail.
And by the way, this happens all the time.
No, it doesn't. If it ever did, it should be punished. So, no, this kind of child endangerment does not happen all the time. It's not acceptable. Stop trying to normalize crime and stop trying to normalize endangering children's lives. This is the shittiest parenting I've ever seen displayed. And by the way, this is Anna, all right? This is Anna Kasparian, who just the other day was critical of the parenting skills, the mothering skills of Kyle Rittenhouse's mom. Of all people. Why? I'll tell you why. Because she brought her 18-year-old son to a bar and he had a beer. So she accompanied him, chaperoned him to a bar, totally legal, and she goes, oh, she's an awful mother. But this woman who completely checks out and leaves her 2-year-old and 10-year-old alone in a motel in probably some ghetto with a bunch of fucking sketchballs and predators hanging around, and she's like, oh, she's a great mom. She's just doing her best. Stop criminalizing poverty. What a fucking hook-nosed hag you are, Anna. Fuck you, you're a moral joke.
And also, what is his mom doing? He had 3... In Wisconsin, by the way, if you have your parent with you, you can legally drink, which I don't have a problem with that law. But I don't know, if my son was facing some serious criminal charges for killing 2 people, shooting them to death, maybe I don't want to take him to a bar and allow him to have 3 beers. How about, his mom is awful.
Yeah.
All the time. Because parents have no choice. That's how messed up this system is.
This is just an assault of capitalism, right? The system is, this woman is such a freaking failure, as her mother was, as her absent black father is, that she can't even afford daycare. She can't afford the kid she shat out at 13. Well, is she responsible for any of this? I mean, give up. How about this? Instead of endangering the life of your child, give it up to a foster parent. Because you can't hack it. You suck at life, as do your parents, as do their parents.
Childcare was completely gutted under the Reagan administration. You obviously don't have a robust social safety net to help, mothers like Belle.
You have plenty. All right, they have access to a million different programs, and I don't want to hear it. She didn't even try. She's phoning this shit in.
Mothers like Belle take care of their children.
No, the point is she's not taking care of her children. That's the point.
While they go work or while they stay home and take care of their children, but they have the means due to these government programs to help them out.
Oh, so there are government programs. There is such a thing as welfare. So some of them stay at home, some of them abandon their kids. And those are the same thing? Incorrect, Anna. Just flat out, you're a moron.
There's just no support. And instead of thinking about how broken the system is and what we can do to fix it.
No, the system isn't broken. That woman is broken. Her decision-making is broken. She does not have a husband. She's single. That's a shit way to raise a kid. Her mother doesn't have a husband. That's a shit way to raise a kid. She shouldn't have been born, and neither should her children. It's totally irresponsible for them to have had those kids. And this is the fallout. Welcome. This is the I told you so when your 13-year-old comes back and goes, I'm pregnant and I don't want to have an abortion. Okay, well then flash forward to this.
The answer is, more criminalization, more policing. She's the bad person, and so let's charge her with child endangerment.
Absolutely. This is a classic case of child endangerment. She is a bad person. It is a crime. We're not criminalizing crime, Anna. Crime criminalizes itself. Stop trying to play with words. It's ridiculous. And call her out. Fuck. And what about the children? Someone who will think of the children? I will. Does Anna give a rat's dick about the 2-year-old and the 10-year-old? Apparently their consideration is just not here, out of sight, out of mind. Well, Anna, those kids are probably, 3/4 black. Does that change your opinion? They're little black kids, Anna.
In America, it is a crime to be poor.
No, it's a crime to commit crime. But nice attempt at a profound statement. It is totally false. Does Anna have a mole on her face? What is that?
Is the bottom line.
Totally.
In America, if you're poor, you are a criminal until proven innocent.
What? No. You are innocent until proven guilty. Again, a falsehood that you've stated. This guy's a communist piece of shit. Literally. I'm not even kidding. And he's trying to make being poor some sort of a noble thing we're all going to rally behind. Hey, rise up, poor. Don't worry if you commit crimes. We'll give you a total pass.
The state will attack you with a degree of zeal that it does not use to attack people who are not poor.
This is fucking ridiculous classism. Okay, so rich people who abandon and endanger their kids don't get arrested? Yes, they do. Crime is crime. Stop being an idiot. I mean, wow, it's incredible. I love how morality for them changes radically based off race or economic status. Now, any philosopher would tell you that doesn't make sense. So if you have an ethical system and it doesn't stand on principles, but instead changes completely based off variables like race and finances, you're a freaking disaster. You have no idea what you're talking about. So just shut your fucking face.
It's undeniable to accept that fact. Like, it's just, the story is just so heartbreaking. It's so infuriating.
Why? Who are you heartbroken for? And by the way, this woman, they started a GoFundMe. Oh shit, I wonder what it's up to. Last time I checked, it was $150,000. Now they've raised $165,000 for this chick to continue being the ghetto, hood rat, criminal, terrible mom that she is. All right, well, someone's about to get their nails did.
What is this woman supposed to do?
Employ the services of a friend, a babysitter, a family member, or daycare. That's what she's supposed to do.
Like, what is this woman supposed to do?
She's supposed to take care of her children and not endanger their lives.
It's just, seriously, like, it's there are no options. Like, if you...
Also, she can go to school. I mean, she doesn't have a high school education, so she's an uneducated bastard moron. But yeah, I hold her accountable. She is a massive blight on our country. She is the worst we have to offer. She's terrible. Fuck her.
If you live in a decent society and you have children, the state should take care of them.
Yeah, they will. We're going to intervene and take her kids and then take care of them. Because she is an irresponsible, immoral, wretched piece of filth who doesn't give a shit about the well-being of her children. So we have that system, comrade.
In some way, either they pay you not to work, or if you do have to go to work, they pay someone to come and watch your kids.
Pay you not to work? Wait, you want the state to pay people not to work? The hell kind of system is that? What kind of incentive program is that? I mean, that's like welfare gone crazy. It was supposed to be a holdover, some help while you get set up. while you go out and seek employment. Pay you not to work. The fuck?
Like, if not, who are we? What are we? Like, what kind of country are we? It's just...
I don't know, a country you're not happy to be in, but you're free to leave to go to wherever, China, North Korea, Venezuela.
We're the kind of country that has a political party that's taken seriously, full of people who want to ban a woman's right to choose.
Ooh, let's pivot over to abortion. Oh, well, first of all, abortion in this case would have been great for this mother and for her kids. So let's not pretend that isn't solid gold in terms of an option. But yes, I am pro-choice. So red herring, Anna, but I mean, it has nothing to do with the story.
Right? And remember, when it comes to the right to choose, yes, there's the issue of agency and the ability to make choices about your own life. But it goes beyond just making decisions about your own body. It's also about decisions about your whole future, your economic future.
Wait, now she's on a rant about abortion and being pro-choice? Anna, this story is an argument for pro-choice, as in pro-abortion, as in these people shouldn't even be here. Because they have no economic freedom, because they are dooming themselves to a life of economic ruin and struggle. Okay, it's completely irresponsible for them to have done this. It was a mistake, and they are suffering the consequences of the mistake they made. All right, this mother had a choice. Her mother had a choice. They chose life, and these lives suck. It's way beyond just being pro-life or pro-abortion, pro-choice. The pro-choice people are in favor of quality lives. Okay, just because you happen to get pregnant doesn't mean you have to have the kid. If you're not prepared for it, if you're not in a position where you want the kid, where you could provide for the kid, then don't have the freaking kid. Okay? Makes perfect sense.
And if you don't have the means to take care of the kids that you're forced to have...
What? Anna, what, Anna? This woman had this child 10 years ago. She had the ability to get an abortion. She chose not to. So Anna's painting this picture of, if we lived in a world without abortion, we've had abortion for decades, Anna.
In this right-wing utopia, if they had their way, if the Republicans had their way...
That right-wing utopia does not exist. It's been a left-wing utopia where everyone can get an abortion. They didn't. They chose this. And yet you're still bitching about the right-wing utopia, which doesn't exist.
Then what are parents like Shayna Bell supposed to do if they don't have the means to take care of their kids?
Wait a minute. This is so demented. Anna, she's supposed to get an abortion. Right there, Anna is suggesting, look, if you ban abortion, what is this woman supposed to do if she doesn't have the means? As in, she should probably get the abortion, but oh no, those darn right-wingers don't let her get it. Well, Anna, when she was pregnant and when her mother was pregnant, they had the ability and the right to get an abortion, and they didn't. So this total fantastical tangent that you're on about how abortions are banned, it doesn't exist. And this is why it's so simple. Like a dumb little intern like Anna Kasparian, she takes a pointless nothing argument like, here's why I think abortion is good to have as a choice. Because those fucking right-wingers banned abortion. Okay, so that is make-believe. And she's staring at an example and twisting her arguments to the point where they don't even make sense. She's arguing in favor of literally killing all the people that she's covering right now. They should have all been aborted. And she doesn't even realize that that's what she's saying. It's really weird.
And the social safety net continues to get gutted by conservative thinkers in this country who want more tax cuts, who do not want to regulate a damn thing. They don't want to increase the federal minimum wage. I just don't get it. Like, what is... They're never really confronted about how ridiculous their arguments are and how much, their views conflict with one another.
Anna, in the middle of one of the most ridiculous arguments ever spoken, is going to bitch about a non-existent, non-present, by the way. That's another fun part. Like, the other people never are there to defend themselves or be like, Anna, who the fuck are you talking about? This is a straw man. So we're not going to hold this criminally negligent mother to account. No. We're not going to hold her mother to account, who I'm sure has a doozy of a story. We're not going to challenge this woman's decision to not get the abortion at 13 and to blame her for her economic situation, which she is wholly responsible for. No, instead, we're going to make up a right-winger who's going, I want less daycare, less government programs, less minimum wage, and no more abortions. But that theoretical right-winger is not even here to defend himself, and that conversation is totally pointless, because we do have abortion, and we do have real-life situations like the one you're covering right now in an ethically incoherent fashion.
And at the end of the day, it's just cruelty. It's just overwhelming cruelty that you don't see in any other developed country. And it's so frustrating to know that this woman, who's obviously already overwhelmed as a single mother.
Why is she a single mother? You just did a full-throated defense of the right for women to choose to abort. And the reason you said is because what if they don't have the means or aren't in a position to have a child responsibly? Like A, they're not married, B, they're super young, C, they're super poor. And then you go, she's overwhelmed and it's not her fault, even though she had the right and the option to get the abortion. And then you talk about people having conflicting sets of principles?
Who's working a job that probably pays her very little.
Oh, she has a shit job. Well, why don't you get a better job? Why don't you get an education? Oh, that's right, you have the kid. Why did you have the kid? You're a fucking idiot. Blame her. Blame who you should blame. Stop using this as some dementedly retarded, nonsensical criticism of capitalism. Look at these half-assed communists. Just going, the system, man, it doesn't work.
Now she has to add court proceedings and a trial to all of this, and possibly jail time.
Yes, because she's trying to kill her kids. I mean, yes, Anna, of course. You cannot endanger the lives of children.
It's sick. It's absolutely sick.
You're fucking sick in your brain. Hook nose Kasparian. I mean, you've outdone yourself with this one. What a legacy this bitch is leaving online. Fucking amazing.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks.
The clown car of bad takes continue. As usual, I'm 1,000% right, and the Young Turks are comically cringe, as per usual. Next time you see Anna in a chat or on Twitter or wherever, tell her what a dumb bitch she is from me. Thanks.